The chick cam. And away they go. Bye. Bye, sweetie. All right, chick. You ready to go on a walk? Let's go. Which way are we gonna go today, though? You got something to say? Let's go. Chick. Come on. Man, that's a lot of geese poop, like landmines around here. Watch out, Chicky. Holy moly. Wow. The chick cam. Sit. Good boy. How's it going today, Chicky? You having a good day? Eating bird poop? Chasing squirrels? Nothing better than being outdoors. Oh. Hold on, sweetie. There you go. Good boy. You want to run? Go, Chicky! Go, 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 go! Woo! Oh! Sit. Good boy. When you meet a dog on the road, how do you greet him? So it's me and Chicory today, hanging out. Decided to take a longer walk today. Usually we do a morning walk. It's very short, well, maybe a half hour or so. But today we decided to kind of take our time, smell the air, listen to the birds. So we're at a local park called Central Park, but not in New York. It's in Santa Clara. I have received a few questions in the last couple weeks about desire. And in our last Patreon Zoom meeting, we talked about the 5 desires that you'll often hear in Buddhist teaching. And those 5 desires are money, food, sex, sleep, and fame, right? So sometimes when we hear about these 5 things, we might think that it's unpure, or it's a sin. Sometimes we might think about good and bad, heaven and hell, right or wrong, in Buddhist traditions and other religious traditions as well. But these 5 things are not good or bad, right? Again, only thinking makes good and bad. What's really important is, what is our relationship to these things? In Zen and Buddhism, we talk about holding and grasping. Like, holding and grasping is the source of suffering. It's not the things themselves. So if we hold and grasp after food, money, sex, food, and sleep, the natural result will be dissatisfaction for ourselves and others. You'll often hear me talk about the Buddha's life, right? I always say that before Buddha was practicing, he was very attached to name and form, right? Then he went out of the palace walls and started discovering different types of spiritual practices and tried many kinds. And eventually he just sat under the tree and looked deeply inside. During his Enlightenment experience, we say that he was no longer attached to name and form because he experienced this place before name and form, right? We call that our enlightened nature or Buddha nature. But he didn't stay under the tree. He wanted to, but eventually he got up from the tree and he used name and form for 49 years to teach. There's attachment to name and form, no name and form, and using name and form, right? We all want to be able to use name and form, right? We want to be able to do something to help our lives and to help this world. But before we do that, we have to perceive this point before name and form, right? The place before thinking. When we can perceive our original nature, this enlightened nature, then these 5 desires, I'm not going to call them desires anymore because they're just 5 truths. We can use these things in a way that's clear and helpful. So we can look at money. We know what it's like to attach to money, to grasp, to desire after money. But how do we use money in a way that's clear and helpful? So yeah, of course we have to take care of ourselves. Maybe we have to take care of our family. But what do we do with this money? Very important. Many people have attachment to food, right? They grasp and crave after the food. And we know from our experience that doesn't result in a good situation. So why do we eat every day? What do we do with the energy from this food? I have a story that actually points to this, and hopefully it will all make sense in the end. So Zen Master Mangang, his teacher was Zen Master Kyung Ho. And sometime after Kyung Ho gave transmission to Zen Master Mangang, they haven't seen each other for a long time. So Zen Master Mangang wanted to visit his teacher. So he packed his bags, and usually, well, as the story goes, he had some like dried fish and some wine and things like that. Ooh, Chicky sneezing. That usually means he's excited. So Mangang packs his bag and heads off to visit his teacher. And when he gets to his teacher's hut, he bows to his teacher and says, "Oh, Kyung Ho, Master, I haven't seen you in so long. I brought you a gift." And opened his bag and took out the dried fish and his bottle of wine. And Mangang started talking about his life and was saying that, everything is no hindrance. I have complete freedom, right? Somebody gives me some meat, I eat it. Somebody gives me some drink, I drink it, right? No hindrance, not bound by anything. And Kyung Ho Zen Master had a very interesting response because he said, well, that's not how it is for me. And Mangang was really shocked, like, what? You're my teacher, you're this great Zen Master. How could this not be the same for you? Zen Master Kyung Ho said, I'm going to tell you something. I love garlic. Right? So in the monastic tradition, you don't eat onions and garlic. It's one of the precepts. And kimchi, this is the pickled cabbage, right? This kimchi doesn't taste good without garlic. So what I do is I take a bulb of garlic and I peel it where all the cloves are separated. Then I bury this garlic into the ground. Then it creates more garlic. So I take those bulbs and take them apart and bury those in the ground until I have a big bag of garlic. Then I have my attendant take the bag of garlic. I just take a little bit for myself, and my attendant takes it to the village and gives it away to people. And then Mangang had a kind of awakening at that point too, meaning we are a human being, right? So when I talk about perceiving this nature before thinking, we don't stay there. Just like the Buddha didn't stay under the Bodhi tree. We see that, there's a human body. There's thinking. All human beings have fear, perhaps anger, desire. But again, it's not so important. Most important is, what do we do with this? So this is a story where Mangang realized, wow, his teacher means not for me. So if I do want something, is it just for me, or is it for me and all beings? So I think this is a really important point when we think about desire. Poor Chicky. Oh, Chicky, don't do that. I think Chicky wants to go. He's gnawing on his leash and he's whining. Sorry, Chicky, this is boring. This kind of Zen talk is boring for him. So anyways, what's important is to experience this original nature, right? The mind before thinking. Then our relationship to anything can be clear, right? We learn what it means to be a human being. It's not ignoring that we are human beings, and it's not attaching to being a human being. It's actually connecting to everything around us and using everything we have in this moment to help ourselves and those around us. So I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. And I got to get this dog home because he is bored as hell. Take care, everyone. Are you ready to go home? I'm so sorry, Chicky. Let's go.